Today, I'm going to be testing to see if it's possible to raise 10,000 Robux in 1 week. I'm going to be doing this challenge on a brand new account just to make it fair. Let's get into the video. Okay, so to start, we need to make an account. I'm going to be playing this account for 7 days, so it needs to have a meaningful name. So I'm going to name the account this. Bruh. Alright, so now that the account is made, let's go ahead and hop on Please Donate. Now to get donations, I'm going to need some game passes. Now watch this sick transition. Now that we have some game passes, I'm going to need a new booth. The wooden booth can't get you many donations, so I'll just get a free one. This booth is much better. Now that we have everything set up, let's try to get some donations. At first, when I was walking around, I really struggled to get donations. After doing a little bit of server hopping and talking to other players, I eventually got a few donos. It was still really hard to get donations though, and that's when I got the idea of making a theme for my booth. I ended up making all of my game passes a picture of a cookie and making my avatar a chef character. Even after doing this, I still struggled. This guy said that he would donate, but he only had 1 Robux. But then, something crazy happened. This person dropped a 100, then a 600, and then they dropped a 1,000 Robux donation. With all those donations, we finished day 1 with a whopping 1,722 Robux. With the rate we're going at, we'll be able to get to 11,000 Robux raised in 7 days. As long as we keep getting donations, then we'll be able to do it. I'll see you guys on day 2. It is now day 2 of trying to raise 10,000 Robux in a week. We have almost 2,000 Robux raised, so we're off to a good start. My goal today is to get to 3,000 Robux raised, and with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So initially I start off with the same plan as last time. Walk up to someone and ask them if they want to buy a cookie. I did this for a while, but it wasn't really going as well as day 1. Since I was struggling, I thought, how about I try a different strategy? I stream Please Donate all the time and give people Robux. So how about I go onto other people's streams and try to get Robux from them? And I also made a new YouTube account so nobody will recognize me. I ended up doing this strategy for about an hour, but I guess it wasn't a good time because nobody was live. Bruh. After doing this strategy for about an hour, I made a grand total of 8 Robux. Now this strategy is hit or miss. It really just depends on what time it is. Now if you always want to get Robux, what you want to do is get on YouTube at 7 p.m. CST, and then you go to my stream where I donate a bunch of Robux to you guys. But let's get back on topic. After trying to get Robux from streams, I just did what I did on day 1. So far, that's the only method that's made me a lot of Robux. With that being said, I made a decent amount of Robux for the rest of day 2. Overall, day 2 was kind of rough. I didn't make nearly as much Robux as day 1, but I'll have to make up for that another day. I ended up making a total of 113 Robux, and I now have 1,835 Robux raised. Let's hope day 3 goes a little better. Alright, day 3, here we are. Now to get to 10k Robux raised, I could easily just do the same strategy that I did on day 1 for every single day. But to make it more exciting, I'll be switching it up. Every day, I'm going to be trying a different strategy in hopes that one works really well. With that being said, the strategy I'm going to be attempting today is a server hop / rich hunt strategy. The premise of the strategy is to join a server and see if there's a lot of people who have Robux donated. If the server is either AFK, not donating, or just doesn't have enough Robux, then I'll join a new server. I'm going to be doing this throughout the whole day, so let's see how it goes. To start off day 3, most people just ignore me when I came up to them. As always, getting my first few donations were a struggle. It took me 15 minutes just to get my first donation. After I got that donation, I didn't get another one for another hour. Finally, after someone else dropped a donation, things started to pick up. I ended up getting a lot of individual donations, but no big ones. Now, you may have also noticed that a lot of the donations I've gotten have been in legacy servers. This is because the way I'm running the strategy. What I would do is join a normal server, and if no one gives me a donation, or if no one's there, I'll go to the server selector, and then I'll join a legacy server. The good thing about legacy servers is most people there aren't AFK, so you can get many more donations. With that being said, you'll periodically see me in legacy servers throughout this video. Now overall, day 3 was pretty similar to day 2 Robux wise, so it wasn't that great. However, day 3 is over now, so let's move on to day 4. Day 4 is here and we are now at the halfway point. Now the issue with that is that we are not even close to having 10k rates. I'm hoping the strategy I used today will help me get there, but before I tell you guys, let's make some changes with our booth. The first thing I did was redeem every code. Now I'm going to be changing the text on my sign. Now you're probably wondering why my sign says sub to Chef Hat Roblox. This is because today's strategy is going to be streaming. To get set up for the stream, I used my new YouTube channel and I made a thumbnail for the stream. I'm not really expecting anyone to show up to the stream because I literally just got the channel set up, but I bet I could still get some Robux. On day 4, I ended up making 2 streams because I didn't want to be streaming all day. In the first stream, I didn't really know what I was planning on doing. I wanted to raise Robux, of course, but I didn't really have a way to get people to donate. There's not much to say about the first stream besides that it was a struggle. I didn't get much Robux at all, and I literally got 1 donation, which was 3 Robux. We're going to act like that stream didn't happen and move on to the second stream. Now, the second stream wasn't anything amazing, but it wasn't nearly as bad as the first. I got a lot more donations, and I got some bigger amounts as well. I made a total of 161 Robux that stream, but that's just not enough to make 10k by the end of day 7. Anyway, I say let's move on to day 5. We're already on day 5, but we are not on pace to making that 10,000 Robux. I've tried numerous methods, but none have worked too well so far. I have a few more up my sleeve, so let's hope one of those work. Now with all that being said, today's method is pretty simple. Today's method is going to be walking around and talking to other players. I'm literally just going to go around and chat with people that seem to be active. This mainly just depends on what kind of people you run into. I've known some people who've donated lots of Robux, but they just don't talk. So let's just hope that I don't run into those type of people today. Now let's get started. To start off day 5, let's just say we had a slow start. I walked around and talked to other players for a whole hour before I got my first donation. Now I don't know if it was just luck, but I got another donation 5 minutes later. It definitely has nothing to do with me telling people to give me their money. Well, I guess I ran out of luck though because I didn't get another donation for the next 30 minutes. Also, someone apparently donated 20 Robux, but I don't have the footage for it anywhere. So if you notice in the next clip, I'll start with 2,167 raised. That's why. Anyway, I got my next donation 8 minutes later. Now, if I weren't doing this challenge, I'd be happy getting these donations. The only issue with that is we aren't making enough to beat the challenge. But luckily, 10 minutes later, I got a bigger donation. After that, I guess the stars collided because 2 people gave me a big donation at the exact same time. Then after that, I got a 3, but then I didn't really get anything else for the rest of day 5. Just to let you guys know, the reason why I'm a bacon right now is because Catalog Avatar Creator made it to where your accounts be 180 days old just to use an avatar and please donate. So I'm literally just going to have to be a bacon for the rest of the video. But at the same time, day 5 has been by far one of the worst days, raising only 93 Robux. At this point, I'm going to need a miracle to save me. Day 6 and 7 have to be insane for me to reach 10k. There's still time though, so I'll have to use it wisely. See you guys on day 6. Here we are on day 6, and all I can do right now is just keep my head up. I'm kind of in a time crunch to get this 10k Robux, but I'll have to make it work. I have saved the best 2 methods for the last 2 days, so they should give me the highest amount of Robux. Now the strategy that I'm doing today is going into voice chat servers and trying to get some Robux. It's much easier to get Robux by talking to people rather than typing in the chat.
2 hours later.
I also got the idea of the strategy by Liquate, so shout out to him. I have high hopes for this strategy, so let's go ahead and get started. To start off day 6, things were honestly a lot better than the other strategies. I was getting more donations and I was able to get larger ones as well. So far, the biggest donation I've gotten today was 200 Robux, which has been more than I made just about every other day. Keep in mind that this is just the start of day 6, so there's a lot more Robux that I can earn. Instead of getting a big donation, then no more Robux like the other days, things got even better. A little after the first big donation, I joined a new server and I got a donation right off the bat. After that donation, I got a few bigger ones from the same guy as well. Then right after this, let's just say some crazy stuff happened. Someone else dropped 100 Robux, but that's not all. Right after that happened, someone else came up to me and made me sing Let It Go from Frozen for 75 Robux. Now, as much as you guys probably want to hear my angelic singing, I did not record the audio of this clip. But then, after that, someone from before wanted to hear me sing again, and then I got another 175 Robux. After all these donations, things kind of slowed down. A little bit later, someone else donated me 200 Robux, and right after, someone also donated a 50. As we're wrapping up day 6, I got a few small donations, and I got 35 Robux for the last donation. Day 6 was a really good day, raising 1,152 Robux, but it's just not enough to raise 10k. Tomorrow is the final day, and I have 6,600 Robux left to raise, so all I can do is just hope for the best. Today is the last day of this challenge. I highly doubt I'll get to 10k, but I'm still going to try my best. Whatever I have raised by the end of this challenge is what I'll give to you guys, so I'll make a new video giving that Robux away. Anyway, the last method is going to be very big. I combined every previous method for this day. I'm going to be asking people for Robux, going on to people's streams, server hopping through servers, making my own stream, talking to other players, and using voice chat. And if you're wondering what the strategy was that I showed on day 6, I kinda had to change it because I realized it's bannable on Please Donate. Now, let's just see how day 7 plays out. To start day 7, I mainly prioritized the voice chat strategy from day 6 as it has been the most consistent strategy. And at the beginning, it was going really well. Our first donation was literally 1,000 Robux, followed up by a 3 at the same time. I was really hoping we could build off that momentum to get to 10k, but we ended up hitting a roadblock. I was going to so many different servers and nobody was donating at all. That's when I decided to start up a live stream. Of course, not too many people went to it, but people like donating to streamers. But this didn't go too well either. I got a few donations during the stream, with the biggest one being 50, but I didn't get anything crazy. Now at this time of the day, the game had no generous donators that I had encountered, and I hardly made anything. I tried going to some people's streams as well, but I had no luck on those either. I thought today would be the big day, the day of the ultimate comeback, but I didn't quite have the luck for that. Now on the bright side, I still made 1,065 Robux, so there's nothing much to complain about. Well, it was worth the shot. We finished this challenge with 4,500 Robux raised. It's not quite 10k, but we did learn the best ways of making Robux. This was an amazing experience for me, and I hope you guys can get something out of this as well. My next video is going to have to do with me giving away the Robux I made from this one, so stay tuned for that. This is the first of many videos that I'm going to be making on a weekly schedule. But before I close off the video, I'd like to shout out my friend Jules Roblox for helping me out a lot throughout this whole video. He makes daily streams and gives away lots of Robux, so you should go check him out. With all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.